2024, huh? Crazy, isn't it? The amount of YouTube drama that has happened with Mr. Beast, KSI, Logan Paul. You had CoffeeZilla catch up on some of these cases. You had Jack Doty, Penguin Zero commenting on a bunch of stuff. Just a bunch of stuff that has just happened. 2024 was near the end of 2024 marks basically, I would say, the worst year for YouTubers. Because it just crashed down, and the controversy and the drama just wouldn't stop. Even I had gone through some stuff in 2024 that spilled over from 2023. And now I'm basically wondering, why is it spilling into 2025? You know, we've already had all this stuff done. Every piece has been said. Let's just leave it at that. You know, it's simple. You know, the Mr. Beast controversy has been pretty much left alone. But now there's new ones. The most recent one, I was recently just watching this video, and it was some guy, like a Minecraft's biggest kids creator, just got exposed, and it's just like, wow. It just looking at it, it's just like, wow. This is why are we talking about this? I get it. You know, it's the whole, oh, he falsely copyright strikes me and accused and basically threatened legal action. And it's just like, okay. And yeah, they were in the wrong for that, obviously. But I just stopped watching the video halfway through because I'm like, why do I care? You know, everything that happened in 2024 should stay in 2024. You know, it should not bleed over into the next year. And it's happening again. And it's happening in 2025. We've had the Tommy Innit versus Dream situation happen. We've had the stinking Pokimane stuff. That's brand new. We've even had people like, let's see here, BHDs, you know, Marcus Brownlee, I believe is how you say it, Marquez. Yeah. Then we got Linus and the Honey scandal. It has just been probably one of the worst years for YouTubers. And it upsets. It's upsetting to see. It's upsetting to watch. It's upsetting to basically have it unfold right in front of your face, in front of your eyes in real time. You know, most of this, I was late to YouTube. I was extremely late to YouTube. I was so late that I had to ask someone, hey, what did Logan Paul do again? Why are we so mad at Logan Paul? Why do people say PewDiePie's ruins the YouTube's platform because of something he said? Because I wasn't there. I wasn't there for that. And I'm just like, wow. I'm surprised that some of these people even still have the platform. Granted, PewDiePie has changed drastically. Logan Paul, not so much. Neither has his brother with those PR stunts that they've been doing. And it's just been really crazy, especially with the most recent one that I covered in a stream a while ago, talking about Mark Rober specifically. Mark Rober's been getting into some trouble because he decided to go after Tesla. Well, let me rephrase that. Someone said that he went after Tesla. So, and I read the list of tweets. I read what the guy had to say, and I'm just like, can you not be any more of an Elon Musk glizzy glazer than that? Seriously. Like, why don't we take a look at what happened in the video and be like, wow, this is an interesting test. You know, I saw that in a different area, but one of the comments that I've seen, and I'll actually put this up on screen right now, was this. It said from one person, Mark's here spreading the truth. Love your channel. And the person right after that, lies, lies, lies. Used to like you. Now I know what you really are. Granted, the person who made all these tweets was correct. A YouTuber's reputation can be shattered very easily. It is very easy to shatter a reputation. And once that happens, you can't fix it. You can't fix a reputation once it's permanently shattered. And then there are some people who just can't let go of the ego. You know, you got KSI is a good example. He's so egotistical to the point where he's just like, he's actually screaming at his audience, why aren't you liking the video? And he's screaming at his friends. He screamed at Aiden Ross. I don't know if you guys seen that clip. And he literally, he basically cursed out his Aiden Ross's fans for not liking his music. And we're just like, I'm just like, how much of a big baby can you be? How much of a big egotistical maniac can you be? You know? And it's just, and then I learned more about that, and I'm just like, oh, okay, so this has happened before. Because I didn't follow KSI's fighting career. I didn't realize that, like, the first time he lost, he kind of just went out and blasted the dude's family. And I'm just like, this is pathetic. This is so pathetic looking at this. Like, oh my God, what am I looking at? This is torture. It's torture. Seeing this stuff happen on YouTube, and that's the problem with a lot of these bigger YouTubers. Their egos are so fragile that the moment like someone just says, let me put it like this. Let's say like someone, like everyone in the chat's like screaming, yay, good job, yay. And then someone says, boo. They're so egotistical that they can shatter themselves so much, you know. There was a streamer out there too who had doxed someone live on Twitch, and that was the person who was like cheating on, I think, Call of Duty or something. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention too much to that story. But basically she was just like, they get so egocentrical that they really think that they could just do anything and everything. And it's just like, why? You know, criticism is gonna happen. And if you take it like a champ, good job, you know, good job. Take it like a champ, you know, say, you know, I have my own method, you know, I just say, like, if someone leaves a comment that I believe is nasty, I'll just say this: thank you for your comment. Please make sure to like and subscribe, you know, because I really don't care. I could care less because, you know, it's just like, you know, it's like someone says, oh, you look short. And I'm like, okay. So what? So what? I'm short. I'm not short, by the way. I'm just using that as an example. You know, if someone calls me short, I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm 5'11". I don't care. But yeah, some people will just get so offended by that and just be like, oh, and they just step on themselves. They really just screw themselves up. Sniper Wolf is another good example of this one. And I find it, what's a good word to use? I don't know the good word to use here, but basically I just find it annoying or like disturbing when these bigger creators bully these smaller creators. I mean, take a look at Pokimane, for example. Pokimane with her situation on Twitch that happened a while ago, where she got someone like permabanned all because of some like nasty I don't remember what the comments were at all, but what I remember is Pokimane going on camera crying about it and then basically getting Twitch to permaban the guy instead of a week ban. Keep in mind, that guy had just managed to get into the Twitch partner program. And then he got banned. Basically, I think 2 or maybe the same day. 2 days or maybe the same day of. And I'm just like, what are you doing? What? Is your ego really that fragile to the point where you have to go and do something like this? That's the reason I'm not going back to Twitch, you know? Because I'm less like, for one, their guidelines have changed so much that it just disgusts me, you know, to see that to see what kind of content they allow on the platform now. And I'm just like, I don't want any part of this. You know, I tolerated Twitch for so long. Granted, I hated that they had so many ads. They got way too many now. It's like an ad every 5 minutes and it's torture. And what I remember, the reason I left Twitch was because they changed their VOD policy, basically saying like, if you weren't a Twitch partner or a Twitch affiliate, your VOD would only stay up for a week. And keep in mind that at this time, I'm still in high school, like early years of high school. I'm like, I can't do that because I'm just like, I'm trying to make it on Twitch. I'm trying to do it. And granted, I wasn't getting as many viewers at all. And I'm just like, I can't, like you guys said that I could have a VOD up for 2 weeks. That's great because I don't stream very often. And now people can find my channel and watch it and just see what's there. When they changed it to a week, I was like, I just can't anymore. I'm just going to go to YouTube, where the VODs stay up forever, basically, unless you choose to take them down. And, yeah, it's just like, it really makes you think about it a lot. These bigger YouTubers have such fragile egos that it's just not even funny anymore. It's just pathetic. It's extremely pathetic. And I don't like watching it. I really don't like watching it. Sure, I get fed the content in YouTube. Reason being, the algorithm knows that I like watching this stuff. I like to stay updated on it. I'm kind of getting tired of seeing it. I'd rather watch the documentaries that go like, so this is a creator you haven't seen in years. Here's what happened to him. Like the Blasphemous HD guy. That Internet Anarchist video that he did on Blasphemous HD. I'm like, oh, wow, that's someone I haven't seen in so long. That's someone I haven't watched since I was in middle school. And granted, that was like, I don't know, 10? No. About 8 years ago, I believe. And so it's just like, wow, I haven't heard that guy's name in a long, long time. And it was interesting to find out what happened. And it was a little sad to see, because I genuinely liked him. But then, like, after learning about everything that happened, I'm just like, why? Why does this happen? Why does this keep happening? People's egos get too high, for one. But with Blasphemous, it was a whole different thing. But yeah, YouTube, it's just like, I get that you care. I get that this is like a business. You want to bring in the money. I get it. I really do. But come on, man. You've given these people plenty of warnings. You've given them plenty of time to reflect and change themselves, and they don't. They just don't. And sometimes the only way to learn a lesson is the hard way. And that's another sad thing about that too. Now, with the egocentrics, for me, I want to use the Hawktua girl as an example. Haley Welch. I get it that she wasn't so egocentrical. I might be getting this wrong. I really didn't watch the podcast. I really didn't care. I saw the meme once and I'm just like, okay, that's gross. You're drunk. You're drunk. That's gross. Bye. Get that off my feed. And then I saw it everywhere and I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to stop watching for a little bit until this blows over. She tried to milk that moment as much as she did. I understand what she was trying to do, but that's the other thing too. All content creators out there, I'm going to give you this little tip right here. Don't blow up from one video. That out of all the things I could tell you, out of all the advice I could give you, it is to not blow up on YouTube. It is not to just spontaneously explode on YouTube. Now, granted, just hang on, just bear with me. Grow on YouTube. Don't blow up, grow. Reason. If you grow your channel, if you grow your audience, the roots for that audience will be so much stronger that when you hit 1 million subs, you'll still be getting like 75% of those people watching. Compared to people who like blow up and then just continuously get those blow up ones, they'll have an audience, but it won't be retained because it's basically like a dopamine hit, I guess. You just get an instant release of dopamine, and then once you're kind of bored and it's not working anymore, the viewer moves on. So don't blow up on YouTube. I get that everyone wants to blow up. They want that video to go up. I want that kind of video. I understand it, but I have my goal set for what I want one of my videos to hit. And I have a goal set of what I want my videos not to hit. I don't want a video to suddenly hit 3 million views. Like, let's do 3 million views after let's say 4 days. I don't want that. Not right now. Because if that happens, I'm probably not going to keep that audience. I love to live stream. That is true. I love to live stream because I get to connect directly to my audience. I get to talk directly to you guys, and it's awesome. I love it. I do love getting to hang out with you guys and everything, but it's not what I was intending my channel to be. I was intending myself to be like, I make a video and then I just reply in the comments section. But because with everything I'm having to balance, you know, my life, college, work, so on and so forth, family, holidays, sleep. Believe it or not, sleep is a thing you have to balance whenever you try to do this. And I'm just like, I don't have the time to edit videos. I remember the time when I did edit videos. I would spend probably 4 to 6 hours a day editing a video. And it killed me. It really killed me. I'm just like, I can't do this. I'm losing sleep. I'm not doing well in school. My job is making me extremely tired because where I work, I basically am lifting a lot of heavy things. And I'm just like, this is killing me. I just can't. I need to figure out something else. And I'm like, I can live stream on YouTube. Granted, it's not what I want to do, but I would love to grow an audience. So that's what I did do. I do want to switch to more video content, you know, like this, reply in the comments section, you know. But yeah, don't blow up on YouTube. Grow on YouTube. Grow on any platform you got. Don't try to blow up on it. If you try to blow up on it, you're just going to be something for people. You're going to hit a saturation point. Basically, you'll hit a saturation point and it will come quick and it will go quick. So try to grow yourself on YouTube. That's my advice to the people out there. Now for the egocentricals, yeah, you guys made it. Maybe start caring about the people who got you there. You know, start caring about the audience that supports you every single day. Try to engage with that audience a bit more. Granted, I know that it's different, you know, because Mr. Beast, he's saturated. His content is so overproduced at this point. I'm just going to say it. I feel like it's overproduced. It became so overproduced to the point where it's like you can't really have that. Every video that he's doing is meant to hit a saturation point and then try to hit another one that hits one that's even higher. Not a saturation point. I'm sorry, a dopamine. They're trying to get an audience to engage, and each video they're trying to make it better and better and better because that's the only way they don't hit their saturation point and crash. So they have to keep coming up with these new ideas. Now, for people like, I'd say like Dan TDM, Think Noodles, Captain Sparkles, all those people connected with their audience. They tried to get the best connection they could while still maintaining like healthy relationships on like with their audience. And believe it or not, that is actually a lot harder than you think. But yeah, it's just like those people have made it so far that really they understand how the algorithm works. And yeah, they know how the algorithm works to get a video that goes, wee, you know? But with the audience, it's just like, you can ask anyone who's on YouTube, hey, do you know Mr. Beast? Hell yeah, I know Mr. Beast. He's like the #1 YouTuber. And it's like, yeah, numbers wise, you know, you have to think about it with like the strong connection. You know, granted, Mr. Beast was a little bit different. I think I haven't watched any of his oldest. The oldest video I know is his 24 hours underwater video. So I don't know. I could be wrong about this, but if he had a good connection with his audience, then that's really good. But the hard part is maintaining that connection. And yeah, people will grow up. Basically, that was another thing too. You know, people like Dan TDM and Think Noodles, their audience basically, their audiences basically grew up. And, you know, when that happens, then they move on. And yes, that is going to happen. So yeah, when you're growing, when you do try to get yourself to like a numbers point, don't focus on that, because that is not how you keep the numbers. If you focus on the numbers, you're not going to keep the numbers. Focus on what's getting you those numbers. That's your audience. You know, the advice from Mr. Beast that I've heard before was that, oh, like people will blame the algorithm for their video not blowing up. It's like, no, the algorithm didn't like that video. They keep saying the algorithm didn't like that video. It's like, no, the algorithm chose not to promote that video because the algorithm is your audience. I don't know. The algorithm is very confusing. Man, I'm talking about a lot more stuff than I wanted to in this video, but either way, it was going to be a short one anyways. But yeah, don't try to blow up on YouTube. Try to grow yourself, because eventually, and this is the other thing, try to prevent yourself from becoming egotistical. Granted, it's hard, I know. Some people go into YouTube with such a big ego that the moment it's shattered at like, who knows, like 50 subs, they give up. And that does happen, you know. That's why there's so many channels out there with barely any subs right now. It's because they went in, they got like a huge video, and then the next day it didn't, and then the next day they posted another one, and it did worse than all the other ones they posted before. They were basically felt like they were back at square one, and it's just, it hurts. It hurts. It does hurt. But you have to remember that those numbers come from the audience, and your ego is not going to help anything here at all. Don't become egotistical. Grow your audience. And with the controversies and everything, I will say that the YouTubers did that to themselves. You know, well, for one, they just really weren't very good people. You know, Dr. Disrespect is one of them, but he was on Twitch before that whole thing went down. The Chris Tyson situation, who was part of the Mr. Beast, and then everybody started investigating Mr. Beast, and it's just like they made dumb decisions. And it's just like, you know, you can compare people who've taken sponsorships from cryptocurrencies, which is another one, for just quick rug pulls and pump and dumps, basically like the Hawk Tula scam. And then you can look at people who had that happen to them and like bounced back from it, like I Show Speed. You know, he was approached by a cryptocurrency as a sponsor, and eventually he realized that he made a mistake and just went off, just decided to not take another crypto sponsorship. That was a smart decision. But yeah, you gotta be careful, you know, don't make stupid decisions. I'm not trying to say like if you did something bad, don't try to cover it up. It will come out eventually. Trust, and yes, it will come out no matter how hard you hide it. No matter how hard you hide it, it will come out eventually. But if you can show that you have changed, that's another thing. You know, like if Logan Paul, like, you know, we all know he filmed a dead body. If he had become a better person after that, then yes, I definitely say that he would have redeemed himself, but he didn't. He's really still the egocentrical child that he is, you know, with the whole Lunchley situation when he doxed that worker, which was uncalled for one. Man, I am ranting today. If you're enjoying this, and do whatever, I really don't care. But yeah, it's just like 2024, probably the worst year for YouTubers. Probably the worst year in general. And 2025 right now, not off to a good start. You know, we've already seen a lot of drama already. And, you know, it's just like, how long are we going to keep doing this? You know, I've had every single person I look up to disappoint me left and right over and over again. And it hurts. But yeah, you know, basically, let's just, come on. It's 2025. New Year's resolutions. Come on. You know, if you're starting on YouTube, have a New Year's resolution. of like hitting 10 subscribers. Trust me, the feeling is good. But then once you hit that, try to go for 50. And then go again for 100, and then 250, then 500, then 1,000, then 2,500. You know, I'm at the 1,000 mark. I'm almost at the 2,000 mark. I want to hit 2,500. Now, granted, I have slowed down a bit, but that's because of everything that's been going on, and I'm trying to stay. I'm trying to keep myself, keep up with college stuff and everything I'm balancing, and it can be tough. It can slow down your progress. You know, I shifted away from vertical live streams because I hate shorts. Granted, I watch shorts, but I watch a very few selected group of people who make shorts. You know, probably one of the last genuine creators. This is what I call him. One of the very last genuine creators on YouTube. Can I please get... let me see here. What's his name? Give me 1 second. Bear with me. Please bear with me. Don't leave. Not yet, please. Here he is. Yeah, this guy right here. KJOPCs. This guy right here. This guy is probably one of the best YouTubers out there right now. He is probably one of the last genuine creators out there. Love his content. Huge shout out to him. I wish he had more subs. You know, he has a good audience, and I actually really like his content. You know, I don't feel like it's overproduced or anything. I really hope it never gets to that point, because anytime that happens to any kind of creator, I'm just like, ugh. It hurts. It hurts to watch because it's just overproduced bobble. You know, everybody's complaining about brain rot that has been fed to kids on YouTube, and I'm just like, what about this overproduced garble? You're telling me that this isn't as bad, just as bad? You know? That's my problem with YouTube. Overproduced garble that keeps going out on there. Well, yeah. 2025, it's a new year. I got my New Year's resolutions. You know, I'm trying to get monetized on my main channel. So if you want to help out, just go watch some videos, you know, simple as that. And I'm trying to keep a consistent schedule. It's going to be catching back up next week. I promise you that. Starting, what day is it? Friday. Yeah, so basically starting the 24th, I'm going to be getting back into my normal schedule with how I wanted things to happen, which is basically like, you'll see videos on all my channels coming out. But yeah, 2024. Let's just let it die, please. Please, let's just let it go. You know, 2025, brand new year. Let's just go, you know? I've had my own drama in 2024. I love that I've left it behind, you know? And I'm happy, you know? I'm happy because now I'm basically moved on. Granted, I'll still talk about it with my friends, you know? We'll both talk to each other, be like, hey, do you remember that thing that happened in 2024? You're like, yeah, I remember. And it's just like, you know, I'm not going to talk about that in the public anymore. There's no point. So it's just like, I can, you know, if you got drama going on in you can talk about it behind closed doors all you want. But yeah, for me, 2025 is just like, let's just take a breath of fresh air. Let's flush all that negativity out, and let's just do this. Let's just go and do this. Let's make these dreams become realities. And that was the other stupid quote I've heard. Don't have dreams, have goals. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, you know? Man, I basically ranted for 30 minutes now. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, that's pretty much all for now. So Yeah, you all have yourselves a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned for an actual episode coming out soon. Later, guys.